Today on News One Now, how critically important it is for brothers to stand up and make their voices known. We'll talk black manhood with Dondre Whitfield and others. Coming up, young black men learn the steps to success in actor Dondre Whitfield's Manhood Tour. We also chat with Dondre, chat with several of the brothers. That's right, they're kicking in our green room. So it's going to be what I call the black room. It's going to be an interesting little conversation we have about where we stand in terms of black manhood in the 21st century. It is 16 before top of the hour. News One Now on TV1. Folks, between police brutality and discouraging images in the media, it's important now more than ever that our young black men see examples of success. That's what Dondre Whitfield, Brian Heat, and Hassani Pettiford are intending to do in their Manhood Tour. I got all three of them on the show right now. Gents, how you doing?
Doing great. Doing very well.
All right. So last night I was here in D.C. There was a meeting. Minister Louis Farrakhan held with a number of folks here in D.C. Preparing for the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. That's going to take place on October 10th. And it's interesting we're having this conversation with that coming up because when the Million Man March was held in 1995, that was the period of all the drama with OJ and the whole image of black men.
That's right.
And what folks don't understand, I just had Michael Myers on my radio show yesterday, and he was talking about how he says Fox News, how they demonize black men as well. Right. And I don't think people really understand how images, the role that they play in really shaping and forming how people see themselves and how we view each other.
Definitely, and I mean, you know, this is one of the biggest issues that we face today in our community. You know, the three of us have been blessed to have a mentor by the name of Dr. Tyrone Bledsoe, affectionately known all of us as Doc.
Yeah. Right.
And he is the founder and CEO of an organization called Student African American Brotherhood. I'm the national spokesman. And it serves to enhance higher education in colleges, universities, middle schools, and high schools through social, cultural, and spiritual enrichment. And this year actually is the 25th anniversary, and we're going to have a powerful gala event in Los Angeles in October to commemorate that. And for the past 2 years, I've had the pleasure of working with these two powerful speakers and mentors. And last year, I started a tradition of fireside chats in my suite to have these young men have a place to be able to express themselves in whatever way they wished. Last year, we were up in the suite till 4 a.m. Yeah. And this year, we broke the record till 5 a.m.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, it's interesting. One of the things that jumps out at me, when you talk about that, I mean, as a life member of Alpha Phi Alpha, we have brotherhoods. Mm-hmm. And I remember we had our reunion, Texas A&M, our chapter Pi Omicron. And so we go to reunions, so we got young frat brothers and graduate brothers, and they said, hey, so man, look, we got food coming. They said we've got sorority sisters and the girlfriends coming by, and we all look at each other and we go, that's not a damn brotherhood.
Right.
And so we shut it down.
Right.
We said, first of all, call your girlfriends, they can't come.
That's right. And this
call sorority sisters, they can't come.
Right.
Cancel all the crap y'all had planned, they can't come.
Right.
And I think we left there at 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. And we had to show them what a brotherhood was. Right. And in that conversation, you literally had a brother who was in the Iraq War who talked about killing the man with his in hand-to-hand combat. Right. You had brothers who were talking about sexual abuse. You had brothers who were dealing with marriage difficulty. Right. So we had to explain them. One of the problems for black men is we don't have what I call those safe spaces to have real discussions where we can actually share stuff.
Well, this is exactly what we were talking about in the suites, in the fireside chats, because we were going, well, where do you go outside of SOB? Where do you go if you don't have a mentor like Dr. Bledsoe? Where do you go? So at dinner, we actually decided that the Manhood Tour was necessary, Brian.
Not just necessary, but vital. We're talking about, I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, belief in the brotherhood as well, and we want to eliminate those distractions. And what we saw at SOB was an opportunity to take those core values, those core principles, and take them nationally. I run a program at Prince George's Community College called Diverse Male Student Initiative. Started in 2009 with the president, Dr. Charlene Dukes. Over 700 men have gone through the program. One of the biggest pieces before you start to talk about purpose and value is to get the young men to eliminate the distractions they see in media. Eliminate the distractions they have in terms of who they are versus who they truly are. And that's the value of the Manhood Tour, is waking these young brothers up, igniting who they are, igniting their value, igniting their purpose, but we have to eliminate that distraction like you were talking about, because you have those elements around them, the guys can't focus. And it's hard to hear them or for them to hear us when they're being distracted.
But also, I think the difference there was we also, it was older brothers and it was younger brothers.
That's right.
We had to make it perfectly clear, yeah, this is a reunion and you guys are running the chapter, but we need to remind you of what a brotherhood is.
Well, it's so important, your point. When men get alone in their own social space, they're able to have conversations and deal with issues that they typically would not feel comfortable with dealing with when women are present. And you know, one of the core beliefs that we have,
not just women, but all games. Because I went to a male church retreat, and man, it was about golf and basketball, and it was fishing, and I'm sitting there going, I know a bunch of y'all are broken, so it's also telling brothers we got to learn we always want there to be spades or bidwiz or dominoes, and I'm like, hold up. Sometimes we got to put the games away.
That's right.
Roland, I call that low-hanging fruit. Those are low-hanging fruit conversations, sports, and once again, they have their place.
Right.
I'm a diehard Steeler fan, but we're not going to have a 2-hour conversation with broken men about the record of a team they don't play for. We're not going to have that conversation.
I got to go to a break. I want you to pick up this point. We come back, all right? We're back on News One now in just one moment. Folks, birthday shout-out time. R&B diva Leela James turns 32. Actor and comedian Wayne Brady was 43. Wentworth Miller, known for his role in Prison Break, turns 43. And Dennis Haysbert, he's in good hands, turns 61 years old. Also is a golf buddy of ours as well. Before we went to the break, you about to make a point.
Yeah, now, one of our core beliefs is that every man needs a man. Because my own individual expression and background and upbringing as a man may be different than yours. And you may have things in your life that I'm deficient in. And I may need you to make me more of a complete man. And that's really the platform and the premise of what we're doing with the Manhood Tour. So we're able to cover issues like family and fatherhood, life skills, purpose, because our understanding and concept of manhood is a bit altered.
One of the things that kills me is when I especially young brothers, I have a mother or someone and say, take a picture with my son, and it's a damn prison photo. And I'll tell them, yo, I ain't taking a photo if you're going to have this hard look. I'm like, learn to smile.
Yeah, right.
And I've heard some people say, man, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, no, somebody has to tell a young brother, it's okay to smile, bro. Right, it's a photo. This is not Cook County Jail.
You know, it's so interesting that you say that, because during the national conference this year, one of the keys to manhood that I spoke about, the last one that I gave them was their smile.
That's right.
And ironically, we went to celebrate. We went to a restaurant, and they had no seating for us. And I literally went in there, everybody said, what are we gonna do? So I went up to the front, I spoke to the sister there, and literally with the greatest smile, and she sat there and we spoke for 2 seconds. She said, hold on 1 second, let me see what I can do. And I turned around and I said, number 6, which was the last one that I gave them, the keys to manhood. I mean, you really...
You roll in hard, you ain't getting a table.
No, you can't. It's very difficult for you to really live out the throes of manhood when they haven't been clearly defined for you.
And
that's why our tour is necessary.
And manhood, maleness, and masculinity are 3 completely different things, and I think we've got those things confused.
Final comment.
And the interesting part is, part of that is being defensive, that street credibility thing, let me protect myself from you. The other side of it is, you smile when you know your value. When you know who you are, you feel great about yourself, and you project it through your whole body, your whole posture.
What's the next place you guys are going to be?
We are going to be here. These guys flew in from LA and Atlanta. We're doing a speaking conference at Prince George's called the Diverse Male Student Initiative, Building Game Changer Conference today and tomorrow. They're speaking. We're going to shut it down, ignite the young men, building game changers.
And we're taking this on the road. So for anybody who's interested, we want them to go to themanhoodtour.com to find out more information about how we're coming to a city near you.
Themanhoodtour.com, also SOBnational.com.
Yes.
But go to themanhoodtour.com. themanhoodtour.com, sobnational.org. Gentlemen, I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you, sir.
That's right.
All right, folks. Tomorrow, News One Now, we'll find out what millennials think about marriage. Plus, our comedians get crazy on Wild 'N Out Wednesday. Hit me up on Twitter at Roland S. Martin or News One. I got to go. Holla!